For decades, John Travolta has fascinated audiences worldwide. Known for his iconic dance moves in Saturday Night Fever and Grease, he has cultivated a public persona that is equal parts charm and mystery. Behind the smiles and red carpet appearances lies a life marked by personal triumphs and profound losses. Recent years have revealed subtle but meaningful shifts in his life, prompting speculation about his private world. From his devotion to the Church of Scientology to tragic family losses, Travolta's story is far richer and more complex than the headlines suggest. Early ties to Scientology. Travolta's relationship with the Church of Scientology began in his early 20s. Joining at 21, he credited the organization with giving him confidence and helping him navigate the uncertainty of a budding acting career. Over the years, he became one of the most visible celebrity members, alongside his late wife, Kelly Preston. The couple was often seen as a powerful duo within the church, second only to Tom Cruise in influence. For decades, Scientology appeared intertwined with Travolta's identity, shaping his public statements, charitable efforts, and even personal philosophies. The turning point. The death of Kelly Preston in 2020 marked a turning point for Travolta. While expressing gratitude to doctors, nurses, and support networks, he notably omitted any mention of Scientology. Observers recognized the absence as a subtle but significant change in tone, highlighting a quiet re-evaluation of his relationship with the church. For someone whose identity had long been associated with Scientology, this omission suggested an emotional and philosophical shift. Friends indicated that the tragedies he faced, including Preston's passing, prompted a deep reassessment of what truly mattered in his life, moving beyond organizational allegiances toward personal meaning. Signs of recalibration. Over time, Travolta's social life began reflecting this evolution. In 2025, he was spotted spending time with director Randall Emmett, a figure often linked to controversy around substance use. While there was no indication that Travolta engaged in these behaviors himself, the association signaled a willingness to step outside the boundaries typically imposed by Scientology's strict principles. His absence from major church events, including a 2023 gala, reinforced the perception of distance. These choices suggest that Travolta is exercising autonomy over his life, prioritizing personal connection and exploration over external expectations. The weight of tragedy. Central to understanding Travolta's journey is the profound impact of personal loss. The death of his son Jet Travolta in 2009 reshaped his world in ways that still resonate. For Travolta, grief became a private, guiding force, influencing his parenting, career decisions, and approach to relationships. Friends note that he has grown more patient, reflective, and focused on family traditions. He emphasizes creating a stable, secure environment for his surviving children, particularly Benjamin Travolta. These experiences appear to have driven him toward a life less dictated by public perception and more by personal values, redefining priorities. In recent years, Travolta's decisions reveal a deliberate shift in priorities. He engages with fans selectively, embracing nostalgia and meaningful interactions while maintaining a protective boundary around his private life. His career choices reflect personal interest rather than calculated image management. The cumulative effect is a quieter, more intentional existence, emphasizing family, grief processing, and genuine connections. Travolta's actions suggest a man redefining success on his own terms, moving beyond the celebrity spotlight to focus on the aspects of life that offer authentic satisfaction and meaning. Public absence, private focus. Travolta's absence from high-profile Scientology events speaks volumes. Despite being a skilled pilot capable of attending events at a moment's notice, he has increasingly chosen privacy over visibility. Friends report that this detachment is intentional, reflecting a conscious decision to avoid performative obligations. This private focus allows him to grieve, parent, and explore life without external pressures. In essence, his life is no longer constructed around expectations from Hollywood or religious institutions, but around the values and experiences that bring him fulfillment and stability in his later years. A shift in social dynamics beyond his family, Travolta is redefining his social landscape. The people he spends time with now reflect curiosity, connection, and personal resonance, rather than adherence to old norms. By engaging with diverse personalities, he demonstrates a willingness to explore new ideas and experiences. This openness contrasts sharply with the image of a man whose life was once tightly circumscribed by Scientology. It reflects emotional growth, resilience, and a commitment to authenticity, signaling that even after decades of public scrutiny, Travolta continues to evolve, driven by personal insight rather than expectation. Embracing autonomy, Travolta's transformation can also be seen in his professional choices. He now selects projects based on genuine interest rather than strategic career considerations. This autonomy manifests in nuanced performances and selective public appearances, emphasizing quality over visibility. By retreating from rumor-driven responses and embracing a quieter approach, he exemplifies a life built around intentionality rather than performative obligation. Friends and observers note that this evolution is less about rebellion and more about reclaiming control, shaping a life that aligns with his present values and the realities of his experiences. Legacy and reflection. At 71, Travolta appears to have reached a phase of self-defined peace. The combination of grief, reflection, and recalibration has allowed him to embrace life with greater acceptance and clarity. His legacy is no longer solely tied to iconic roles or church affiliation, but to his resilience, parenting, and human growth. Travolta's story offers insight into how tragedy and reflection can reshape priorities, fostering independence and depth of character. By choosing personal authenticity over public expectation, he continues to write a narrative that resonates with both his family and fans, who admire his perseverance and evolution. Looking ahead, Travolta's current trajectory suggests a life guided by curiosity, connection, and authenticity. Whether in professional projects, personal relationships, or parenting, he appears focused on meaningful experiences rather than image management. Observers remain fascinated by how this quiet evolution may continue to unfold. His willingness to step away from public scrutiny and institutional influence indicates that the next chapter of his life may be defined by exploration, reflection, and genuine connection, a stark contrast to the constraints of the past, yet a natural progression of the man behind the iconic smile. Conclusion: John Travolta's life is a testament to resilience, reinvention, and quiet courage. From early fame and devotion to Scientology to profound personal losses and subtle shifts in priorities, he has navigated a complex and often painful journey. Today, he appears more centered, selective, and deliberate in both personal and professional spheres. Travolta is living a life of intentional choices shaped by grief, reflection, and autonomy. His story reminds us that even for figures in the relentless glare of public scrutiny, there is room for transformation, authenticity, and peace in the private spaces that truly define us.